System on. Oh, there we go. Hey, everyone. So Thursday afternoon, we get a little surprise. I posted on my X account this morning, my Twitter account, that I said, is today Thursday? Well, today is indeed Thursday. Let me, well, that's all right. Heck with it. Today is indeed Thursday. Absolutely, it's Thursday. So, hello. Yes, this is Richard. Yeah, we're live on the air. Yeah, we're live. But it's okay. I won't say who this is. Don't worry. I never do. I never say who it is. Yes, I saw that. 11.1.1 is out. A bug fix as we expected. Yeah. I checked it. I checked the App Store like at 2:00. Yes. Well, here's the thing. So this is just like three things it fixes, three, which is appreciated. Absolutely appreciated. It's there. But what I'm hoping is we get 11.1.2 with a few features sometime over the summer. Over the summer before. Is there going to be a Creative Summit this year? I won't say anything. Okay, I won't say anything. There's going to... Well, you're confusing me now because I'm talking to my audience at the same time. I won't say who it is. Don't worry. I never say who it is. So thank you for 11.1.1, but that's not really a laurel you should be resting on for the next 6 months, obviously. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything that you do. But I'd like to see a feature update between now and the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit in November. Yeah, that's fine. Look, I got to get back to the live stream because people are tuned in. Yes, I understand. Don't worry. I'll never say who this is. You're allowed to call at any time anonymously. It's completely fine. I'm not going to even say that you're from Apple. Okay. Thank you. Well, that's good to know. I'll be looking forward to that. Okay. Talk to you later, Tim. Well, we've been talking about 11.1.1 for a few months, ever since 11.1 came out, and I kept reading about some bug fixes that were available in the 11.1, and here we got it. So let me see. So here's the deal. What an update. DaVinci Resolve better look out. Yes. Well, the Final Cut Pro team they don't think themselves as being in competition with DaVinci Resolve, even though we might. We got a lot of thumbs up today. Of course we do. It's hard not to compare one major NLE with another one. I'm just glad they got us this bug fix out of the way. And that leaves the door open for 11.1.2, or if they want to call it 11.2, with some features before the Creative Summit in November, if there's going to be a Creative Summit. I haven't received any confirmation that there is going to be. I'm just presuming, as successful as last year's was, that they would want to do another one. Twice time up in YouTube and no one that okay. Greetings from Netherlands. So I have there are a couple of problems. Number one is it's not broadcasting to X. I had X set up to broadcast it. When I went to go live, it said, oh, there's an error with going to X. Second time that's happened. I presume that's the X platform that's doing that because Facebook and YouTube are fine. But I had to redo the YouTube link because the first time I went live, I didn't have the Facebook link linked to the YouTube link, and I have to have them both linked. So that's why if you went on YouTube to the original link, it no longer worked. But I posted the new link at the old link, where the old link was. All right, so let's see that that update. Let's see the update. Final Cut Pro 11.1.1 includes these improvements. So they're not even calling them bug fixes, they're calling them improvements. Addresses an issue that could cause MXF media to play back incorrectly. I've heard a lot about that MXF media was playing back black frames. I've heard that. Improves reliability when adding video to drop zones in the inspector. That's a welcome addition. Thank you very much for that. Fixes an issue when sharing with the allow export segmentation setting that caused inconsistent frame rates. I didn't know about either. I heard about the MXF issue. I've heard about that for a while. So let's go over to here, but I think it's going to be the same. I think it is going to be the same. So release notes, Final Cut Pro release note, what's new in Final Cut Pro 11.1.1? If you've been following Final Cut TV and Coffees all this time, we've been talking about 11.1.1 for a couple of months. We were expecting it. We expected 11.1 for NAB. We got it right before NAB, now 11.1.1, before WWDC and before the summertime, people go on vacation. So it says the same thing. Addresses an issue that could cause MXF media to play back incorrectly. It played back as black frames. Improves reliability when adding video to drop zones in the inspector. That's a good one to fix. Fixes an issue when sharing with the allow export segmentation setting that caused inconsistent frame rates. That's another good one. There's 3 little bug fixes as far as we know. As far as we know, and what the heck? I pressed the wrong one. Let's do this one. There we go. It was with the link from Facebook. Now I understand. I originally posted the wrong link. So, well, it wasn't the wrong link. I had to cancel that link because in Ecamm Live, I can broadcast to 4 or 5 different platforms simultaneously. And I forgot to set up Facebook and X with the live stream. So when I went live, it was only broadcasting on YouTube. So I had to go stop that first link, set up a new one, link Facebook to it, link X to it. And then when I went to go live, X did not, it had an error. It didn't go to X, Twitter. Hi, Richard from the UK. It's nighttime in the UK. Resolve has had 4 updates with actual features like 4 out of 6 weeks. Yeah, I completely understand. I'm not gonna, obviously, listen, nobody can touch Blackmagic and Resolve for their update cycle, their features, etc. None of the NLEs can. The Final Cut Pro team does not consider themselves in a race with Resolve. They're not in that race. If you want to put them in the race, that's fine, but they're not running that race. They're going to update on their own schedule for better or for worse. I'm not defending them. They have to live on their own decisions. That's what they had to do. Incredible. I think you're being facetious, Sean. I think you are being facetious. Look at that, backyard. Look at that backyard. Now, let me see something. It's a little bit dark, right? Let me see what's going on here. Oh, I see why. I have the gamma set improperly. That looks more like what it actually looks like. There we go. That's the backyard. Spring is indeed here. Spring is indeed here on the good old east coast of the USA. So, how did I miss that there was an update on May 8th for the iPad Final Cut Pro? Well, I don't use the Final Cut Pro on the iPad, so that update doesn't make any difference to me, but it's interesting. If they did update it on May the 8th, nothing was, I didn't see that either, but I don't pay attention to Final Cut on iPad. Talking about the update, what's incredible? It's incredible that we have a new update, even though it's just a bug fix? Is that what you're saying, Sean? I appreciate it. Look, number one, people go on vacation in the summertime. We've gotten updates in the summertime. Last year we got 11.8 on June the 20th, I think. 11.8 on June the 20th, and then we got 10.8 on June the 20th, 2024, and then we got Final Cut Pro 11 in November at the Creative Summit right after that. So 6 months, and we went from 10.8 to 11. We got 11 in November, 11.1. We got 11.0.1 in February, which was a bug fix, 11.1 right before NAB, and now we got 11.1.1. But if you've been following Final Cut TV and Coffee, we've been talking about this bug fix update for months. We were hoping it was going to come. So, well, we got it. So hopefully I think the MXF media was the main thing. Sean says, oh, I didn't realize it was just a bug update, but I'm still happy. Exactly the same with me. So first off, let's give a round of applause to the Final Cut Pro team. Final Cut Pro team, it's a bug fix. It's three important, the MXF one is the important one. I keep seeing people talk about that. So thank you for the Final Cut Pro team for getting it out for us. You can compare DaVinci Resolve with Final Cut Pro in the update schedule if you want to, but the Final Cut Pro team is not in that race. They're not doing a race with DaVinci Resolve. They've let us know that. They've even singled out DaVinci Resolve and said how good a NLE it was 2 years ago at the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. Now, right around this time last year, I heard from FMC about a confirmation that there indeed was going to be a Creative Summit once again in November. I haven't heard that yet. Haven't heard anything, and I'm not going to bother anybody over there. They will let me know when they see fit. So I'll probably get like a pre-announcement, and I'll probably, if it's going to happen, and I'll probably be able to say, yes, there is going to be a Final Cut Pro Creative Summit in November, details to follow. That's what I expect to happen. Another thumbs up. Our friend Roz over there in Aspire Video. Installed 11.1.1. They added a Final Cut for iPad ad upon startup. Yes, I got that last time. I got that ad last time, and I even said on X, I said, no, thank you, no subscriptions. Give me the ability to buy it as a perpetual license, and I would buy it. Even if I don't use it, I would still buy it. So you're losing out there money-wise with me. I'm not going to add another subscription to the ones that I already have. I'm just not going to do it. First off, I have Final Cut Pro on the Mac. As far as I'm concerned, it's a more powerful version of Final Cut Pro than the one on the iPad. But I understand the iPad version. I understand that. So it's really cool. I appreciate both. But if I'm on the iPad, I know LumaFusion fairly well. I'm not an expert at it, but I know it fairly well. So if I'm on the iPad at this point, I'm going to use LumaFusion. Now, if the Final Cut iPad version, if they came out and said, well, you can either rent it for $4.99 a month, or you can get a perpetual license, at that point, I would very likely buy the perpetual license. Probably, if it was a reasonable price. Yeah, but I got the Final Cut for iPad ad as well, but that was last time I got it. Absolutely. So I'm just glad that they did it before the summer vacation started. They did it before WWDC. Don't expect any Final Cut Pro update at around the week of WWDC. Apple has never released an update to Final Cut Pro at WWDC. They have never done that, not one time. They have shown us a future version of Final Cut Pro, like in 2019 when the new Mac Pro was announced. They did show a future version of Final Cut Pro, but it was not released. There's never been a Final Cut Pro release at WWDC. Now, does that mean that they won't release one? No, they've been doing all kind of wacky things with scheduling Final Cut Pro updates. I mean, they went from 10.8 to 11 in 6 months. They went from 10.8 to Final Cut Pro 11 in 6 months in 2024. Then they jumped from 11 to 11.1 right before NAB. So could there be an update to Final Cut Pro at WWDC? Of course. A small chance. Don't expect it. It's never happened before. If it happened this time, it would be the first time. I don't remember it after the last update. Glad it's not in every time upon lunch. Me too. Give us a preference to turn that off. Yeah, I got it last time, so maybe they're spacing them out. I installed the update in Final Cut Pro and Compressor. I hope the latter will squash the bug that was preventing compressor encoding some of the files I sent to it from Final Cut Pro. That's exactly what it said. Fixes an issue when allowing export segmentation setting that caused inconsistent frame rates. That's what it says in what's new in Final Cut Pro 11.1.1. But anyway, I'm glad they released it. I'm looking forward to WWDC. I always watch the keynote, and I'll watch it this time and see what they have to say about, who knows? What are they going to talk about? I mean, new hardware maybe? Perhaps. Let me see what's going on there. Error starting on the X platform. Most of the people today, it's about equal amounts. Facebook, YouTube, got like 40 people watching live right now. Very, very cool. So, the next event in 2 weeks, WWDC, or 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, whatever the heck it is, WWDC, that's cool. Final Cut Pro's birthday, June the 20th. It'll be Final Cut Pro's birthday. Then the next thing we can count on would be the new iPhone 17 coming out in September. And that's always exciting for me. I'll most likely be buying the iPhone 17 And I have the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max right now. I'm always going to have two iPhones. So when the 17 comes out, if it has video improvements, which it probably will, I'll trade in my iPhone 15 Pro Max on the iPhone 17, and then I'll have a 17 and a 16. That's what I have. I have 4 cameras. I have a Lumix. Well, that's my Lumix G5 is my video cam, but I don't take that out anymore. I have a Lumix S5 Mark II X, which is a superb camera. I got a great lens for it now. Taking it out Saturday, filming some bands in Baltimore. Then I have my DJI Action 5, which is a fantastic little action camera. This is my Action 4, but I have the Action 5 too. I'll be selling the Action 4. Then I have 2 iPhones, 15 Pro Max and a 16 Pro Max. And I now have, as of today, I have 3 different audios. I have the DJI Mic 2. I have the brand new Boya Mic 2. And I have the, what is the other one? It's the shotgun microphone. And all 3, a wireless microphone, all 3 of them record in 32-bit. I'm always recording in 32-bit from now on, when I interview people or when I go live. Go live, it doesn't make any difference. It's not 32-bit live, it's 24-bit. But the files that I can save internally to each transmitter or the microphone, one microphone, they all record 32-bit now, so I'm really excited about that. Our friend David says, coming late, anything new today or just some minor bug fixes? Well, it depends on whether I don't know if they're minor, but there's 3 bug fixes and addresses an issue that caused MXF media to play back incorrectly. That was a big one. What I've seen reported, they would play back with black frames. So that's a big one. That had to be fixed. Why is it the Logic Pro doesn't have dates on their updates on the release notes page, but Final Cut and Final Cut for iPad do? I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. I'll have to. What is the advantage of 32-bit recording? I have it on my DJI, but never used it. You don't really need it for the most part. 24-bit is plenty good. It adds more dynamic range to the audio file. So if somebody's talking really quietly, you can boost it up without boosting up the background noise. Or if somebody's shouting really loud, it won't clip. So it has a much wider dynamic range. It's like here's what it's similar to. 8-bit color versus 10-bit color. Okay? Do you notice on YouTube? Not really. But it's the same. It's like 8-bit color versus 10-bit color. It's a much wider dynamic range. You can save your audio if people are yell, or you can boost it up if it's too low and it won't bring up the noise floor with it. So nearly impossible to clip with 32-bit. So you can clip the microphone itself, you can clip the actual mic capsule or the preamp, but the audio recording, you really can't clip it if just the audio recording. Is it a financial or limited team thing? They could readily advance Final Cut if they wanted to. They just should be leading the way. Unfortunately, the ship has sailed to ever truly compete with movies. I think we've already seen Final Cut do movies, right, Matthew? We've already seen Final Cut do movies. Final Cut Pro's been doing movies since 2015 or so. So 10 years. Some Hollywood producers cut their movies in Final Cut Pro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the Final Cut Pro of 10 years ago is not nearly as good or sophisticated as Final Cut Pro 11.1. and now 11.1.1. The point is that they're not in the race with the other NLEs. Final Cut Pro team has said very specifically, we hear you. We see the other NLEs being updated, DaVinci Resolve mainly. They're not in that race. They're not going to go feature to feature. I'm not defending them. They can take care of themselves. I'm not justifying. I'm just telling you what they told us at the Creative Summit 2 years ago. Do I agree? No. I think they should update Final Cut Pro just like most of us do. I think they should give us more feature updates to Final Cut Pro, but they're not running in that race. They have nobody running in the NLE update feature race. Nobody from the Final Cut Pro team is in that race. Final Cut Pro should sync the audio waveforms on the clips with the VU meters when using voiceovers. Okay. That doesn't sound like a bad thing. That sounds like a good thing. Auto titles, delete dead space, transcribe into transcript should exist by now in Final Cut Pro. I 100% agree with you. Text-based editing has been out for over 2 years on all the other major NLEs. I was surprised that we didn't get text-based editing in Final Cut Pro 11. To be honest, I'm surprised. Will we get it in Final Cut Pro 12? I mean, not 12. 11.2? Just don't jump to 12. That'd be too big of a jump. Well, they could jump to anything, but yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. Auto subtitles, I don't think that they're finished with transcribe to captions yet. I think they've given us a very rudimentary version of that. And I think we indeed are going to get transcribe to text transcription, and more sophistication with transcribe to captions. I think we'll be seeing that. Now, November is 6 months off. Final Cut Pro team, first off, we'll give you a round of applause for getting us our update today. We appreciate it. But you should not wait till November if there is going to be a Creative Summit. If there's going to be a Creative Summit, before you give us another feature update, okay? Give us a feature update sometime over the summer. You gave us a really good one in August one year, 11 point, 10 point, 11 point something. You gave us a really good one when they gave us the proxy workflow. That was a really good one. 10.4, 10.64, I forget what it was. It was in August, at the end of the school, beginning of the school year. So give us a couple of features between now and November, and then hit us with the big one. If it's Final Cut Pro 11.2 in November, that would be perfect. But don't make us wait 6 months for new features. That's not fair. And auto translate, there you go. I saw Rode's little mic now works with Bluetooth with the Rode app. However, I use DJI mics. Right, the DJI mics work with Bluetooth without an app. You don't need an app with DJI mics. They connect to their Action 5 and their other, whatever that little stick camera that they have. I forget what it's called. They connect via Bluetooth directly. The DJI mics also connect to the iPhone via Bluetooth. You don't need an app. I don't want an app between my mic and my phone if I don't need it. I mean, I like to have an app for things like this new Boya Mic 2 that I just got in today has an app. And the app, you can add a limiter. You can add 2 levels of noise reduction, AI noise reduction, and you can do a custom EQ curve. I like that. It's just rudimentary. It's maybe 6 bands or something. Does Apple watch your show? Well, the Final Cut Pro team watches my show. They watch my show. They see it. Is that what you mean? I don't think Tim Cook watches it. I'd be surprised if he'd ever seen although I mention him a lot in joking. I'd like to meet him. I'd love to meet Tim Cook sometime. I think he's fantastic. I really do. He's done a really, really good job for Apple stockholders. Yes, the Final Cut Pro team, yes, they watch it. Can they tell you that? No, they can't tell you, but I know they watch it. I can tell. I can just tell for different reasons. I really can't reveal how I can tell. So if you record, let's say, Blackmagic Cam with your DJI and recording to the internal storage as well, how do you add the internal recording to your video for cutting? So here's what I do. I make a multicam. Last Sunday, I recorded downtown. They had the farmer's market. I recorded with 2 cameras on my iPhones, the DJI Action 5. And then I had DJI mic on me, another shotgun mic. I forget what the name of that one is. What is it called? The shotgun mic that I've been talking about. It's really, really good. It's wireless and it records 32-bit. And so I had 3 video sources, and I had 1, 2, 3. I had 3 video sources, and I had 3 or 4 audio. Some of them are stereo audio sources. I put them in a multicam, synced them up, and then I can switch. It syncs up really good. And then I can switch the audio and video sources in the timeline depending on what I want. So I have 3 different video sources. Pick the video that I want first, and I'll match up which audio sources. And let me tell you one thing that surprised the heck out of me. A lot of the time, I was using the Action 5 audio over. It was just as good as my DJI mic most of the time, and it picked up really well, and the quality was good. So now, even if I don't want the Action 5 video, I'm going to use it because it's an extra audio source that I have. So I put it all in the multicam, switch it live in the timeline. I wonder what happened to the transcribed languages that was supposed to have happened in April. From what I understand, Matthew, that is Mac OS dependent, not Final Cut Pro dependent. So the languages have to appear in Mac OS. That's what we're waiting on for the languages. Have you ever used the Blackmagic Cam app on your phone? It is absolutely, it's a superb. It's probably my favorite iPhone camera app right now. It's the best, and it's free. Now, the Final Cut Cam is also free, but there's things the Blackmagic camera app is absolutely the best. But the issue is, here's the issue. When I go to record out on the street, interview people, which I really enjoy doing, and I do it all the time. I did it at the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. I did it at NAB for years. I go to local events. Usually I record with 2 cameras on my iPhone. The camera facing the people I'm interviewing, and the other camera recording me. So I have 2 separate files. Both of them are 4K, And the Blackmagic camera app doesn't do that, so I can't use it for that circumstance. I use the Road Capture app for that. And another good thing about the Road Capture app, it's free, is you can confirm that your DJI mic or any other mic, click on the microphone and it'll pop up a volume meter, level meter, and it'll tell you what mic is connected to the video. So it's a confirmation that my DJI mic or one of the other mics that I'm using is indeed connected to my phone properly. So it's Road Capture. I think we'll get auto titles in November. I hope we get the auto titles, subtitles in November, but I'd like to see them before that, because they've already done the tough part, to transcribe to captions. They've already done that. That's the tough part. Now they have to go, instead of just captions, give us options, either transcribe to subtitles or transcribe or change captions to titles, something like that. So we have more options for that, because the captions, yes, they're important for some people, but most people want CapCut style titles. I know the new DaVinci Resolve Beta 4, which I just installed, seems to have fixed all the issues I was having making CapCut style titles in DaVinci Resolve Studio. My initial testing is they fixed the issues that we were having. Got one more question, and I'll leave you alone. I purchased Captionator and can't get it to work because there's a bug in Final Cut. Hopefully this will fix update. Captionator. You mean, Brian, do you mean Captionator from Intelligent Assistance? Is that what you're talking about? Maybe, but if it's not, just contact Philip or Greg over there at Intelligent Assistance and let them know if that's what you're talking about. I have 2 or 3 different caption plugins that I bought over the years for Final Cut. Oh, it's not the one from Intelligent Assistance. Okay. You have to Captionator. I'm not sure which one that is then. I don't have any problem with the one from Intelligent Assistance. We are soon going to be able to do, there's another plugin called Captionator, not from IA. So there's another plugin. We're soon going to have CapCut style captions in Final Cut Pro with 2 plugins. Number one is the one from Philip and Greg at Intelligent Assistance, and the second one is from our friend BreadFX. They're working together, and I'm doing the beta, and it works really, really well. We'll be able to do them inside of Final Cut. Let me see if I can put that up there. Captionator for Final Cut. I think I have that. You have to talk to them. I'm not seeing, they're saying there's a bug in Final Cut. Yes, always use multicam, even if single video, it always handles audio adjustments better than the other sync. I agree with you. I never use the audio and video sync. I just put it in the multicam. Whatever the magic is, it works really well. And sometimes I use a multicam as my main clip, and I'll still have a clip over top of that in the timeline. For example, I do the picture-in-picture thing where if I'm interviewing somebody and I'm recording me and the interviewee, I put a small version of me a lot of times on top of the main video, and I'll move it around different places. When I do that, I just put that clip over top of the multicam clip in my timeline and sync it, just manually sync it. There's another way you can sync it. So here's another way you can sync things. Take clips into the multicam, make them a multicam clip. Even if you don't want the clip in the multicam clip, you're going to use it someplace else, still sync it in a multicam. Go open the multicam up, get a place with the playhead, and put markers everywhere where the clips are synced. Because I've done this weekend. And the one clip, like I said, I have a little picture-in-picture clip. I don't want in the multicam because I move it around and stuff. And I don't want to have to keep jumping into the multicam to redo it. So I take that clip out and put it in the timeline above the multicam. But here's the trick. That marker that I placed with it synced in the multicam, when I take the clip out of the multicam and put it in the timeline, the marker goes with it. So I can sync it up in my timeline with the multicam sync. It works really, really well. My DJI Pocket 3 can record 2 DJI mics and backup audio just like the Action 5. It's so nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I haven't been interested in the Pocket 3 yet. Maybe the Pocket 4 might interest me, but I really like my Action 5. I like it a lot, and I use it. I put my iPhone on a Insta360 Flow 2 Pro gimbal, so it's stabilized. And I put my Action 5 right beside it, and I angle them so they're both got somewhat the same field of view. And the Action 5 has good internal stabilization. And I like the form factor, and I can put it around my neck if I want to. I can mount it on my shoulder with a magnet. I got a really strong magnet, and I can put it up here if I want it up higher when I'm, I use it at different places. So I really, really like the Action 5 a lot. I'm not sure if I would get a Pocket 4, but we'll see when it comes out. I might. But anyway, I got 3 different mic setups now. The DJI, the new Boya Mic 2, which I got it for $209 on sale at Amazon right now. Instead of $249, it records 32-bit. It's got intelligent assistance. Artificial intelligence, noise reduction, 2 different levels. So they said it's sampled 70,000 background noises, whatever the heck they're talking about. I don't know, but yeah. So we got it. The 11.1.1 includes these improvements. Thank you. Thank you, Final Cut Pro team. Check the backyard. We had a lot of birds out there today. I think they're cowbirds, like brown. They're not starlings. There's a bunch of them. There were a bunch of them on the ground. They're like brownish. They just appeared today. Normally they're not here. But today they are. I don't know what's going on with X. This is the second time I've had an issue broadcasting live to X. It just, YouTube, Facebook, no problem. X, we're not going to connect today. Elon, take care of that for me. Take care of that for me. Well, I didn't want to do that. I have hardware and software buttons I got to push. So Ecamm, Stream Deck came out with some kind of a software button window you can do now or something. I don't know. Is it iPad or is it on screen? I'm not sure which. So have not heard about the Creative Summit yet. WWDC is coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll pay attention to that. If anything exciting happens, we'll come on live after it. Final Cut TV and Coffee. Don't forget to subscribe over there at our YouTube channel, Richard Taylor TV. Give us a thumbs up. A lot of thumbs up today. I really appreciate it. Subscribe over there if you haven't. Don't forget our Final Cut Pro group, Final Cut Pro, Facebook.com groups, Final Cut TV Radio. I usually post there first. Thank you very much. And subscribe over there at the YouTube channel. Get my subscription number. Look at those. Look at that. You people are the best. You're absolutely the best. If I have 3 video clips cut in a row in Final Cut Pro, why, when I select all and go to the top right properties, it will only make changes to one clip? Is there a way to adjust a parameter all at the same time? Here's what I found. Some parameters, yes, absolutely. Other parameters, no. Some parameters, you can select the clips, all the clips in the timeline, and you can indeed go up to the inspector and change a parameter. Other things, you have to do one at a time. That's just the way it is. So some yes, some no. And I don't have it memorized which ones do and which ones don't. Let me think. Color correction maybe doesn't, but maybe audio isolation, voice isolation does, something like that. I can't remember. Maybe voice isolation, you can change all the clips, and color you can't, make a color correction. Whatever the reason, that's it. Boy, I tell you, I got a big 34-inch LCD screen, or whatever the heck it is. I've had it for years. Thunderbolt 2, I think it is. And when I'm at the beginning of the timeline on the left-hand side, and I'm over there messing with the clip, and I select it, and I want to change a parameter, and then I got to go all the way over to the other side of the screen and then go up to the top to the inspector. I really wish I could right-click on the clip and a little HUD pops up and I choose my selection right in place instead of going all the way from here, all the way up to there, all the way back down to here, all the way constantly back and forth, especially with the big screen. Give us the ability to right-click and get a little drop-down menu to change some of the basic parameters, or give us a floating HUD for certain things we can turn on and off. That'd even be better. In place, in the timeline. I don't want to keep jumping to the inspector over and over. I wear a path out on my screen. There's actually a path from where my mouse goes back and forth. All right, this is a good point. Tyler says, I think it depends on if the clips all have the same values when starting that gang inspector edit. But if some have different values or different effects, it only seems to affect one clip. That's a good point. That could be what it is. I just try it. I just select them enough, see if I can see if there's anything in the inspector a lot of times. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. Like I think voice isolation I can. I think voice isolation I can. But I'm not positive about that. I am not positive about that. So anyway, there's a rumor that there might be a DJI mirrorless cam soon. Well, they already got the action camera. I like their action camera a lot. I find it much better than the GoPros. I have an old GoPro here. This is an old one. Look. This is a Hero 3 Plus. This is my first action camera. A Hero, that's how old this thing is, a GoPro Hero 3 Plus. DJI has just smoked the GoPro, in my opinion. It's the best action cameras. They have a lot of features. Like the Action 5, something as simple as built-in storage. They have built-in storage, so if you get your card, you can still record. There's a lot of other things they have as well that the GoPro doesn't have. So, but I like the Action 5 a lot. It's $350, I think. I get it on sale usually somewhere. I didn't pay full price for it. I got some kind of a discount when it first came out. I forget what it was. Getting late here in Denmark. I would say good night for today and watch the rest later. I'm going to go eat some dinner. I can smell it. It's ready. Yes, it is. So I'm going to go having homemade cheeseburgers tonight. So I'm going to go get that. But anyway, we'll be back Saturday between 10 and 12. Final Cut TV and Coffee right here on my YouTube channel. Thank you. You're the best, everybody. You're the best live audience of any Final Cut Pro. group of people anywhere. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the Final Cut Pro team. Final Cut Pro 11.1.1. Thank you for the good documentation that the Final Cut Pro team does. They already updated their website. And I will see you, I'm sure it'll be Saturday at this point, won't be before. Thank you, Roz. Thanks for tuning in, each and every one of you. It is appreciated. Spread the word. Let people know about the show. We're getting more and more viewers every week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Saturday between 10 and 11, between 10 and 12.